Okay, it's October 19th, 2010, and this is another video by freechartvideos.com. We use time-honored techniques to understand modern markets. This is for educational purposes only. You have to do your own due diligence and make your investment decisions based upon your financial situation. I'm not a licensed professional. I'm just a guy who draws lines on charts. We're looking at the S&P 500. Looking at a 4-hour chart, you can see the general thesis that I've been on for the past few weeks. Actually, ever since this breakout right here, is that we have an inverse head and shoulders pattern that's going to point us to 1240 to 1250. Even with today's ugliness in this context, nothing really has changed. However, what has changed is I am looking at a different trend analysis of this area right here, and I want to show that to you, and I want to offer it to you for your consideration. I'm not going to tell you that this is absolutely right, and I'm not going to tell you what I was doing before was absolutely wrong, but I think we may need to just consider another set of trend lines in light of today's action and where we bounced at the end of the day. Okay, here's a 1-hour chart. Originally, I had a trend line drawn from the very bottom here, and we finally got a test some 5 weeks later, and then another test and another test. And if this is all the proper trend line, then we had a pretty serious breakdown today. In addition to this line, I had another line that ran parallel to it that described these tops right here. And if you'll recall, I said that it looked to me as if we were in this channel, this little narrow channel, and then we changed lanes. And now we're over here. We're just going in the right lane for a little bit. And I think that's probably one way you can look at it, but it really doesn't account for what happened right here. So let's erase these lines. Now I'm going to offer something else to you. We broke out from the bottom of this right shoulder with a very, very brisk move that really maybe set up just such a sharp upward stab that using this as the bottom of the trend may not be the right thing to do. So since we went from here to here, essentially before any measurable counter move ensued, I'm going to start with the first counter. This was our first real move back down to test levels. If we start here, all of a sudden now we end up with 1, 2, and possibly, if this is correct, a third touch on this line that may be acting as support. Additionally, if we draw a line above that, we have a nice parallel line, all of which keeps this in one channel without having to interpret it as the, quote, shifting lanes. Now, if this is the case, we still had smaller trends that took place inside this channel to take it from the bottom to the top. Okay? And these are roughly parallel as well. So I just offer this to you as a possible explanation. Let's see what happens over the next few days. If the markets rally and they come back up to test this green line and then work sideways maybe for another touch on this higher, maybe around the 1180s, then it could be that we're just good to go. And today was really much ado about nothing. Like I said, I just offer this to you for your look at it. I'm not saying this is absolutely correct now, because when you redraw trend lines, you have to be very careful that you have a technical reason for doing it, and you're not just doing it because you want to justify your trades. I'm still in my long positions even at the end of the day today. Matter of fact, I bought a couple things today on this weakness. Last case or worst case scenario is I think we come down and we check this line around 1125. That is the neckline for the inverse head and shoulders. That should be the bull's line in the sand. So anyway, just take a look at this. Tell me or let me know what you think. If you have any questions, I think this may be a decent alternate view at this trend channel. Take care. Good trading to you. Oh, and of course, come visit the website, freechartvideos.com.